Hello. Hello, students. How are you? Once tell me, please, that is my voice is clear to all of you. Hello. Hello, students. How are you? Once tell me, please, that is my voice is clear to all of you. It is very clear. Okay. Give me 1 second.
How are you all? Namaskar, Adab, Sat Sri Akal. I hope that all of you are doing very good. So it is already late, and I will say I'm really sorry for the delay that you heard. Actually, the session should be started at 2:15, but Shantanu sir, when he started teaching, then he doesn't watch the clock, and that is a good thing. Also, we always try to give everything that he have to the students. So that is his passion, and that's why we are also half an hour late. But still we'll be now starting now for the physics time. Last class, if you have followed that, we have discussed all the questions of 2024 NEET paper, and we have discussed in complete depth. We have discussed about all those 50 concepts also, that the questions that we have solved. Some questions were out of syllabus, that's why I've told you that some questions will be out of syllabus and you can leave those questions. Okay. uh, but if today, wait, if there will be any glitch in the audio, then tell me in the comment section. Okay, fine. So today we are going to discuss about 2023 paper that was came in NEET exam. We are going to discuss again about not only the questions, not only the solutions, also about the concept that will be coming, because that is more important. Learning 50 concepts is more important than just making it thought that it is just about solutions. Okay, so let's start from question number one. Current electricity, how you'll solve this question? Firstly, read the question, then make a roadmap in your mind, and then start to solve that question. Okay. Why this is having any audio issue? Okay, so let's
No, I
start.
don't think so.
Solve this question. Let's see what the question is. If a galvanometer G does not show any deflection, there is a galvanometer, it doesn't reflect you any deflection, that means what do you understand? That means the net. Calculate the value of R, that is what you have to judge into the system. Okay, now understand how to solve this question. If no current is going from here, what I can say for current, how much net current is passing, that means whatever the current is coming out from here, it is going to pass from this R. Correct? What has happened? Now is it clear? Is there any glitch or not from here? What I can say for current, how much net current is passing, that is whatever the current coming out from here, it is going to pass from this R. Correct?
Hello, 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 hello.
Hello, hello.
Hmm. Fine.
Let's see. So this is what the, so how will be writing the current into that circuit in the first loop? How will be saying what is the net EMF? That is 10. What is the net resistance? I can say if all the current is passing from here, I can say this is a series combination. So what I will be saying, I'll be writing it as 400 plus of R. That's it, nothing special. But now if I'll point the potentials, I can say this is what, zero potential, this is what, two potential. And if no current is passing from here, what I can say, this is also 2 volt, and this is 0, this is 0, because it's a straight wire, and here it will be written as 10. Correct? So if I will write across this resistor, Potential difference, that is equals to how I'll write potential difference, I into R. What is the current that is going to pass from there? That is going to be written as I into R. So how I'll be writing that? Understand. 2 times of I. Current, how I'll be writing? 10 divided by 400 plus R, and here it is already the factor of R will be there. Correct? Now just solve it and check what is the answer is coming. Solve it. When you will solve it, how much this will be coming? It will be 800 plus of 2R, and here it is how much? 10R. So 10R, this will be going on the right side, that means 8R. 8R divided by 100, 800, that means it will become how much resistance? 100. 100 ohm, 100 ohm, 100 ohm. Which option is coming correct? Option C. Clear? Basic, I will say basic current electricity question. What is the process that we have followed? Firstly, we have written the basic current. What is the current that will be flowing? Then we have named the potentials, and using that potential, I have created one more equation that I can write. Potential difference that I got here is 2 volt, and I can simply solve that. Correct? Basic current electricity. Fine. Answer will be 100. Next question. See what the question is there. A photovoltaic device can convert optical radiation into electricity. Correct. That is what the work of a photovoltaic device. Correct. Statement 2. What is the statement 2? Zener diode is designed to operate under reverse bias in a breakdown region. Correct. Zener diode is what? It is always operated in reverse bias region. Correct. That is also correct thing. So in the light of above two statements, you have to choose that which one are correct or incorrect. So I can say both the statements that are given are correct. So I will say what? Which option will be correct? Both statement 1 and 2 are correct. That means option A is correct. Basic question from semiconductor devices. Correct. Next question. Rectifier. A full wave rectifier circuit consists of two PN junction diodes, a center tap transformer capacitor, uh, and a load resistance. Which of these components remove the AC ripple from the rectifier? When I was discussing about rectifier, there I would have told you that capacitor is always used to remove the AC ripple that is present in the rectifier. So what is the answer? It will be capacitor. Option 3. Correct. Good number of questions, theoretical questions we had already from semiconductor devices. One of the most important topics. These things also you should note down, that what are the majority topics that from where the questions are coming. Next one, the errors in measurement which arise due to the unpredictable fluctuations in temperature and voltage supply are. Just few days back, I have taken a lecture for errors. There I have discussed about two kind of, one is random error and second one is, tell me what was the error. You comment it down that what are the name of errors that you'll be having. So those kind of errors that you cannot control are always called as what? Random errors are defined as random errors. Which one will be there? Option 4. Theoretical question. Next question. What is the question from? Let a wire be suspended from a ceiling, okay, stretched by a weight W. Attach its free end the longitudinal stress. That means properties of matter. Properties of matter question is there. So how will be drawing? Firstly, I will explain you by drawing the diagram. This is a fixed support. There is a string, and a weight is carried out here. The weight that net weight that is coming is W. Correct. And the cross sectional area is given as A. What the question is asking you, tell me about the stress. Tell me better, what is the formula of longitudinal stress? Can he say force divided by area? Stress will be what? Force divided by area. What is the force? W, that already given. And what is the cross section area? Already given A. So what? Which option will be coming correct? Simple formula that we know. Option 2. Properties of matter, formula based question that we can write. Correct. Very good. W by A. Next question. The magnetic energy stored in an inductor of inductance 4 microhenry carrying a current of 2 ampere. Tell me, what should be the magnetic energy? Batao. What should be the magnetic energy? Anyone? What is the formula regarding this? Any idea? The formula is half Li square. Correct? So just put the value into the formula. That's it. That will be your answer. Potential energy will be equals to half Li square. Half, now L, how much? 4 microhenry, that means 10 power minus of 6 into I square. I square means 4. 2 into 2, that will be 4. This 2 cancel. What will be left here? It will be 8 into 10 That means what I can say, 8 microjoule. Option D will be simply correct. Clear? Any doubt? Simple formula based question. Yeah, what else you have to do? Basic questions. Easy. You can solve these questions even in 30 seconds. Just read the question form, apply the formula. Another easy question from capacitance. What is the formula of series combination of a capacitor? If two capacitors C1, C2 I am giving in series combination, what is the effective capacitance? Don't make any mistake. What is the formula? 1 by C equivalent is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. And what if I will connect those two capacitors in parallel? Then what you will say? What is the formula? C1 plus C2. Basic thing. It becomes a reverse as the formula if I will talk about as a resistance. Correct now? This basic idea you have. Now just take this question without picking any pen. Solve it. Without picking any pen, solve it. See, 3 3 parallel connection. 3 3 parallel connection. What will be the formula? C1 plus C2. That means what you will say? The net effective capacitance 3 plus 3, it will become 6. This 6 and this 3 are in series. That means what is the effective combination? You will say 6 into 3 divided by 9. That means what is the effective capacitance? You will say 2 microfarad. Now if anyone wants to write it, but otherwise I will say that these questions are just orally can be solved, very easy questions. So you should solve it orally. See, what is the effective, this combination is going to give you parallel combination, that means it is going to give you 6 microfarad, correct? And this 6 microfarad and this 3 microfarad are going to be in series. That means how I can write C effective or C equivalent, sorry, 3 into 6 divided by 3 plus 6, लिख लो, it will be 2 microfarad. Option A, correct? I have solved just if anyone wants the reference. Otherwise, these questions should be solved very orally. Venturimeter. Tell me where you have studied about venturimeter. Fluid mechanics. Fluid mechanics, the last topic that we discuss is venturimeter. Where venturimeter is used, what is the principle? Can is a Bernoulli equation. We always used to write two equations. For if you remember, the velocity formula that we have derived there, or the flow rate formula that we have derived there, was using which equation? Can you say it was also written using, uh, Bernoulli principle, correct? Bernoulli principle will be used and it is based on that principle. So which option will be coming? Bernoulli's principle, option 2. Because only there, very basic question. Venturi meter we use in fluid mechanics to calculate the rate flow. Next question from waves, string wave, sound wave, waves part. See, what is the question? The ratio of frequency of fundamental harmonic produced by open pipe. First one is for open pipe. Second one to that of, always this kind of questions will be in ratio, most of the questions. To that of closed pipe having the same length. Same length is there, but first case it is for open pipe, second time it is case for closed pipe. So see what is the formula. I will write the general formula for open pipe. Open pipe, what is the formula? It is equals to NV divided by 12, correct? And for closed pipe, it is 2n plus 1 V by 4L, correct? Just it get reverse a formula of string wave, correct? So just take the ratio now. When you will be taking this ratio, it will be coming 1 by 2 and this 2 will be going in upside. That means the answer will be 2 is to 1. 2 is to 1. That means I can say simply option B will be correct. Because what happens, n value will be for open pipe. It is already given the condition that it is fundamental. Fundamental means the first frequency that we will observe. The first frequency that we will observe here is by putting n is equals to 1. The first frequency that you will observe in closed pipe is n is equals to 0. Put all the first one, just simply take the ratio, everything will get cancelled out. The ratio will be left 2 is to 1. Clear? Any doubt? Very good. If any doubt, then keep your doubt in the comment section. We'll be taking out from there. Clear? Let's see. Next question. What the question is? Light travels x in time t1. Okay, light wave is there which is traveling. It is traveling a distance x in time t1. Okay, in air, and then you are taking the same light in some medium of, it is traveling 10x distance in time t2 in another denser medium. What is the critical angle for this medium? Now you tell me that what is the formula of critical angle? Last lecture also one question was there, not last lecture, that was the last discussion of 2024 that we have did. There was also a question from this same concept, correct? So now understand that how we will be solving that. Understand. I will say it. I will rate this question as decent, good question. It is, you have to think a little bit. We know that critical angle formula, that is sin c, is equals to n of refractive medium divided by n of denser medium. N means what? Clear now? Refractive index. Very good. So refractive index is not given here, but I know one more thing, that n, that is the refractive index, is defined as c by v. Refractive index is defined as velocity of light in air divided by velocity of light into that medium. Correct? That is one thing. So if I have to take, I have to replace this n as c by v, what I will be saying, this same formula will become, can I say this refractive index is inversely proportional to the velocity v. So I can write the velocity in the denser medium divided by velocity in rarer medium. This equation will become, because c will be getting cancelled out. Till here clear? Fine. Now, can I write the velocity in denser medium if I have the distance, if I have the time? Can I write? Yes or no? Bolo. What you will be writing? Tell me. What you will be writing here? Could solve karo. Solve it by yourself. Can I write distance divided by speed? That means what is the distance? 10x divided by time, t2 divided by, in air, in rarer medium, what was the distance traveled? X divided by time, t1, x cancel. What you can say? 10 times of t1 divided by t2. This is sine c. That means what you can say, c is equals to sine inverse 10 t1 divided by t2. 10 t1 divided by t2. Which option should be correct? Option 4. If I have not made any calculation mistake, check it once. Check it once. Okay. I hope that it is correct. It is correct. Clear? This is how we'll be approaching. So I can say that in this one, maybe you will need nearly 1.5 minute. 1.5 minute I will say. So it will be a decent good question for you. Correct? Very good. Next question. Integration E dot ds, surface integral E dot ds is equals to 0 over a surface, then number of flux entering the surface must be equal to the number of flux leaving it. Correct? First option itself is correct. What is the meaning when we write E dot ds is equals to 0? That means the net, it is E, total number of flux that is incoming is equals to total number of flux that is outgoing. Simply the first equation, the first statement itself is correct. Okay. Now other statements also you can read. The magnitude of electric field on the surface is constant. No, it doesn't tell you anything like that. All the charges must necessarily be inside surface. This equation doesn't relate. Gauss law says that whatever the net charge inside Q in divided by epsilon naught equation was there from using Gauss law. Okay, so it tell you only about the number of flux lines that are entering is equals to number of flux lines that is exiting. That means option 1 will be correct. Okay. Next one. What is this question from? Transformer. Transformer. See, transformer questions every year it is coming. Very basic thing, but still one question itself you are getting from the same simple equation. Let's see here also the question, what the question will be. Understand? A 12 volt 60 watt lamp is connected to the secondary of a step down transformer. Always there are two sections for a transformer. One is what? Primary. Second one is what? Secondary. Correct. So always used to tend to write all the values of secondary separately and notice the values of primary second separately, so that it will be less confusing for you. So what are the values given under secondary? Values given are, power is given 60 watt and voltage is given as 12 volt. Okay. Whose primary is connected to AC means, about primary what are the values given? Potential is given as 220 volt. Assuming the transformer to be ideal, what is the current in the primary winding? You have to calculate what is IP. What is IP? That is what you have to calculate. Now, if you remember, what is the ideal transformer? Ideal transformer say, it tells you about the 100% efficiency that is practically not achievable. Till now, the maximum efficiency that we have received is nearly 40%. So, but ideal transformer talks about ideal scenarios. That means whatever the power input you are giving it is giving you the exact same output as well. That means there is no loss of energy. That means what is the scenario that what is the equation that you can generate? That is P input is equals to P output. Power that you are giving as input is equals to power that is becoming as output. Now, what you can write for output? This is what input. Primary is input and secondary is output. So what you can say, input you can write IP VP is equals to power output, that is already given, how much? 60. And IP you want to calculate, just calculate it, 60 divided by 220. 20, it will get cancelled. 3 by 11. 3 by 11. How much this value will be? Yeah? Wrap around. You calculate it, and then tell me. 3 by 11 will be rough around, you can say 0.3. If it would be 10, 0.3, but that means it will be even lesser than 0.3. If I have to judge this answer, then how would I have judged? Understand now. That is important. Every time it is not mandatory that you will be solving the question completely. If I have to judge the answer, 3 by 10 is what? 0.3. Correct? Which are the options that are greater than 0.3? All the answers. That means I can say this is 0.37 and this is 0.27, but it is 11. That means it will be more shorter than 0.3. That means I can say 0.27 should be the answer. Let's see. 0.27 correct, without calculation. You don't need to calculate, you just have to figure out. You have to round off your result. Just little bit of brain application. Train your brain when you are solving the questions like this, that I will be most of the possibility that create that you will be skipping the calculations, then only you will be with time. Correct? Understand this thing. Next question. The amount of energy required to form a soap bubble of radius 2 centimeter from a soap solution is nearly. So what is the formula of energy for making a soap bubble? 2 times of, what is the formula of energy? I will tell you. Surface tension question. 2T into the surface area. 2T into the surface area. Now just put the values. T is the surface tension, that is given as 0.03 into total surface area of a sphere 4 pi r square. 4 pi r square. Radius 2 centimeter r square will be how much? It will be 4 into 10 power minus of 4. This is what you have to solve. Correct? Now let's see how we can judge the answer. Should we start? This is what you have to calculate here. Now answers are not in pi terms. Answers are also not in pi terms, and even there is not any term that will be easily divisible from 22 by 7. That is also one problem. Let's see what we can do. Already there is 10 power minus 4 here. What else you can do? See, 4 into 4, that will be 16 approximately, if I will write, and remove this here and make it 10 power minus of 6. 10 power minus of 6, and here it will be how much? 6 pi into 10 power minus of 6. This is what you will be nearly getting. 16 into 6 will be how much? 16 5 80 96. 96 into 3, nearly 3 should be the factor. Now you have two options, so you can say that, yeah, you have to do calculation accurately, then only you will be getting the answer. See, it will become 8 into pi r square, 4 pi r square into 2, and then the surface tension multiplication. It is going to give you 3.01 into 10 power minus of 4 joule. Okay, this is what you will be getting. Some calculation you have to do it. Have the practice of doing fast calculations. Okay, otherwise most of the questions will be where you can judge your answer approximately. It will be coming closer to any one of the options. Okay. Next one, the magnitude and the direction of current in the following circuit. Here is a circuit from current electricity. Again a question. See, current electricity have very high weightage. I'm telling you. First question was also from current electricity. Now see here, what is the question? Simple. A circuit is given. You have to tell what is the current and from where to where it will be going to flow. What is the complication that you are feeling? Complete, very simple circuit. But only here is polarities are changed for two batteries. That means what will be the effective battery polarity? It will be the value of the higher one, and the higher one is 10, lower one is 5. That means 10 minus 5, it will be a new battery that will be drawing as 5 only. 10 minus 5, 5, and this will be the higher polarity. That means this will be the direction for current. This is, I can conclude. Now what is the magnitude of current? If I have to ask you, what is the effective battery EMF? What I can say, 5. What is the effective resistance? 7 plus 1, that is 8, plus 2, that is 10. 10. That means what I can say, it will be how much? 0.5 ampere. 0.5 ampere from where to where? 0.5 ampere, only one option is correct, from A to B. That is which option is coming correct? Option 2. Any doubt? Clear? If still any doubt is remaining, please ask me, don't hesitate. Okay. Next question. Again, semiconductor devices. See, some target your strong points. Yeah. See, again, a semiconductor devices. I guess it is the second or the third question from semiconductor. Let's see what the question is saying. The work function of cesium, potassium, and sodium are given. Three values: 2.14, okay, 2.30, and 2.75. Three values are given. Work functions are given. Okay. If the incident electromagnetic radiation is having energy 2.20 electron volt, which of the photo? All of you know about electric effect, correct? Energy in is some energy is there in it, some light is there actually in terms of energy, actually photons, I will say photon concept. When those photons falls on a metal surface, what will happen? Photoelectric emission happens. That means all the electrons that are present there, they will absorb that energy, and if that energy is greater than work function, then the electrons will come out of the metal surface, and those electrons we call it as metal photo electrons. Then when those electrons travel in a circuit, then that current is called as photo current, correct? So all these things what is what we usually discuss. So what is the basic minimum condition? That the work function should always be lesser than the incident photon. Work function should be always lesser than the incident photon. Only first one is what? Cesium. That is option A is only correct. Clear? Basic question. See, I'm just writing the condition, nothing else is required. Energy of incident photon should be always greater than the work function of the metal. That is the condition for what? Photoelectric effect. Correct? Very good. Next one. The net magnetic flux through any closed surface is. What is the net magnetic flux through any closed surface? B dot ds. B dot ds is equals to 0. All of you know about this law. B dot ds is equals to 0 in a closed surface. That is option 1 will be simply correct. Next one. In a electromagnetic wave, a very 15-minute chapter here, but see, plus 4 marks is standing for you. You always tend to go focus and on the all the tougher things, and the exam paper is coming from where the topics you have to identify. Be smart in your preparation. Always I used to tell you, you have to be, obviously hard work always pays off, but you also have to become smart at the same time. Okay, you're getting my point? So this is the question that from electromagnetic wave. Read the question, what the question is saying. In a plane electromagnetic wave traveling in a free space, electric field component oscillates. Frequency is given. Frequency is given as what? 2 into 10 power 10 hertz. This is the frequency given. And amplitude of the free electric field is given as, that means E naught is given at 48. Very good. Then the amplitude of the oscillating magnetic field. You have to calculate what will be the magnetic field. Do you know what is the relation? Do you know what is the formula? E is equals to B into C. Simply write the equation. E is equals to B into C. This is the relation between electric field and magnetic field. E is equals to B into C. Remember, याद करने का इससे अच्छा तरीका और क्या होगा यार? What a great formula that we have. Now it depends on you in which sense you take, but it is what the formula is. E is equals to B into C. I used to remember like this. So, what is the magnetic field? That is what you have to calculate. E naught. E naught is given as 48. 48 divided by C is what? 3 into 10 power 8. That means it will be how much? 16 into 10 power minus of 8. 16 into 10 power minus of 8. Or also it can be written as 1.6 into 10 power 9. Correct? 1.6 into 10 power 9. That means option C will be correct. 16 into 10 power 8. Option C will be correct. Is it clear? समझ आया? Easy question, just a relation, basic relation of electromagnetic wave you should know about. Correct? Let's move to the next question. A bullet is fired from a gun. A bullet is fired from a gun. The speed of 280 meter per second in the direction 30 degree above the horizontal. The maximum height attained by the bullet is. Projectile motion. Projectile motion formula based question. What is the formula of H max? Now this is also, should I have to solve? Simply solve by yourself. H max is what? U square sine square theta divided by 2g. Correct? Let's see how we can solve. Initial velocity is equals to 280. That means 280 into 30 degrees. Sine of 30 is what? Half. Half square will become how much? 1 by 4. So write it directly 1 by 4. 2 times of g. Let's suppose I am taking this as 10. Anyways, some little bit changes will be coming, but I will take it as 10. Now just about calculation. Do the calculation. This 0 0 cancel. This will be 2 2. Here it will become 14. Here it will become 2. Again here you can make it 7. Here you can make it 140. 140 into 7. How much it will become? How much it will become? Nearly 1000 meter, but it will be less than 1000 meter. But I can say that simply it is, I have not taken g as 9.8. That's why there is a little bit of variation in my answer, but I know that which one is my closest answer. Simply 1000 meter. Option C, correct. Basic formula. Any doubt? Clear? Let's move to the next question. See, let's say from dipole. The question is from dipole. Let's see what is the question. Let's read the question. A magnetic dipole is placed in at an angle of 30 degree with the electric field. What is the angle between the electric field and the electric dipole that you have? 30 degree. Remember this thing. And the electric field intensity is 2 into 10 power 5. It experiences a torque. A value of torque is given. How much given? 4 Newton into meter. Calculate the magnitude of charge on the dipole if the dipole length is also given, that is 2 centimeter. You have to calculate q. Can you relate this? What are the values given? Firstly, what are the values given? You have to interpret them. Values given are length, values given is torque, value given is electric field, values given is what is the angle. Now you, from this many given relation, do you know any formula? Yes, you know electrostatics dipole part. What is the formula? Torque is equal to P cross E, that means P E sin theta, correct. So now just solve it. Put the value P E sin theta. Torque is equals to Pe sine of theta. Now just you have to, after that it is simple calculation. Just quickly calculate it. It is equals to how much? 4. uh, P can be written as q into the distance. Distance is how much? 2 centimeter. That means 2 into 10 power minus of 2 into E. Electric field is equals to 2 into 10 power 5 into sine of theta, sine of 30, that is equals to half. This is what you will be getting. Fine. So I can simply solve this, cancel this. This much will be simply cancelled out. Now what are the things that are left? Tackle here, it is q. Here you can write as this 2 will be coming on this side. This will be 10 power 3. 5 minus 2, it will be 3. And here it will be coming q is equals to 2 into 10 power minus of 3 coulomb. That means which one is giving correct answer? Fourth option, 2 microcoulomb. Option 4. Simple. After the formula application, it is always the simple calculation. It is clear. Oh, any problem? Okay, let's move to the next question. Let's see what is the next question. This was just a formula based question. See, assertion reason kind of question. Statement 1, statement 2. What is the question? A Young's double slit experiment. Two statements are given regarding the Young's double slit experiment. Let's read one by one and let's have a judgment about that. First statement says that if spin is moved away from the plane of slits, angular separation of the fringes remains constant. Firstly, understand what is angular fringe. What is the formula of angular fringe, students? Angular fringe, it is represented as alpha. It is equal to lambda by d. Angular fringe represented as alpha, and it is the formula is lambda by d. And what you are changing, moved away from the plane of the slit. That means what you are increasing, d is increasing. If you are increasing d, that means what you can say, angular first statement, angular separation of the fringes remains constant. No, it cannot remain constant. Wait a second. Actually, it will remain constant. You are not increasing this model. Sorry. You know the setup. What is small d? Small d is the distance between the two thin slits. And what is capital D? Capital D is the distance between plane of the slits and the screen. That means you are increasing capital D. Of course, it doesn't matter to the angular fringe width that whatever you are doing with capital D, because the formula that variation will be coming is due to the small d. The formula involves small d. That means first statement is correct. Statement 1 is correct. Come to statement 2. What statement 2 is saying? If the monochromatic source is replaced by another monochromatic source of larger wavelength, the angular separation of fringes decreases. That means no, it is false. What the question is saying about that, if you are increasing the wavelength, Is there not any change in the angle of injury? It is not possible, or it will decrease. Nah, it is directly proportional. I can say alpha is directly proportional to lambda. That means if you are increasing the lambda, obviously alpha also have to be increased. That means statement 2 is what? False. That means which option is correct? Statement 1, no. Both false, no. Statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false. Option C. Clear why it was C? Formula should be clear. All the things you can already judge from here. Correct? No? Very good. Next question. A football player is moving southwards. You have to draw the diagram. Okay, whenever this kind of question, otherwise draw in your mind, but I am explaining here, so I have to draw the diagram. A football player is moving southward. Okay, let it move southward. Southward. And suddenly turns eastward. Suddenly turns eastward. With the same speed to avoid an opponent. The force that acts on the player while turning is, you have to calculate what will be the force that will be applied. Simply this, you have to judge the direction, and two values are given. How you can judge? Now, can you establish any relation between force and velocity? Yes. Newton's second law. What is Newton's second law? It is rate of change of momentum. Rate of change of momentum is what? Nothing but defining the velocity, correct? That means what I can say, my force I can write as m, that is constant, v final minus of v initial divided by dt. That means can I say v, this v final and this v initial is going to give me, and the subtraction is going to give me the definition. But I can say that this was my initial velocity, this was what? My final velocity, correct? But what I have to do? I have to do v initial plus v final, or v final minus v initial, v final minus v initial. For representing this, v final will be as it is, but you have to make a minus of v initial. For making minus of v initial, I have to turn this vector in the upside direction. This will be, this resultant will give me v final minus v initial. And what is the direction that is going to come? This is eastward, northward, northeast, northeast. Option C, northeast direction. Is it clear how you are judging with using vector? You don't have to calculate any value here. You just have to give the direction, and all the direction questions you have to judge like this. Always, if they are asking for plus sign, minus sign, you have to understand. Okay, again, according to the question, just adjust everything. Clear? शाबाश, वेरी गुड. यार समझदार तो तुम लोग है कि नहीं? No, you are not समझदार, fools. No sir, we are समझदार. Okay, solve the next question. करो यार, solve करो. Till then I will have my water break. What is the question? A metal wire. Okay, mass, radius and length, a maximum possible percentage error. Yeah, percentage error, मतलब error portion. Two questions. Can you understand? Can you ever imagine two questions from error portion? See, enjoy, solve it, check what is the answer is coming. Let's see how to solve it. Three values are given. Mass, three values are given: mass, radius and length. Okay. The maximum possible percentage error in the measurement of density. Density it is asking. And for a wire, wire is a kind of cylindrical length. Okay. Density. How you define density? Mass divided by volume. And what is the volume of? I will use different color. What is the formula of a volume? It is pi r square L for any kind of cylindrical shape. This is I know. Now I have to write the percentage error. That means how I can write the percentage error? Delta D by D. Obviously into 100, but that into 100 will be cancelled out from everywhere. That's why I never used to write the complete one. Okay. So see. Now how I'll be writing this as? You'll be writing it as delta M by M plus 2 times of delta R by R plus delta L by N. These three values are given, and you have to calculate this much of the things. So let's see. Let's begin to make the calculations. Put the values. Delta M. What is the error in the mass? That is 0.002 divided by what is the actual mass? 0.4 plus. Now 2 times of delta R. What is the radius given? What is the error percentage error? The error portion given as 0.001. Make it 0.001 divided by what is the actual radius? 0.3 plus what about the error in the length? That is equals to 0.02 divided by what you can say about the exact length? That is equals to 5 centimeter. Correct? Fine. Okay. Now, what you'll be doing, you have to multiply all the things by 100. If you're multiplying all the things by 100, what you'll be having from here? Let's try to understand little bit. Okay, again, I'm not going to solve it completely and I will say that okay, now I had the complete answer. No, I'm not going to use that method. I will be just judging it. If I multiply it by 100, can you say I will have here 0.2 divided by 0.4? That means can you say it is equals to 1 by 2? Correct? In percentage, and 1 by 2%, how much I can say? It is 0.5%. The first one is solved. How I solved? Listen carefully. I'm solving. How am I approaching the question? I'm not entering into the complete solution. And always there is no need for entering into the complete solution. See here, multiply it by 100. When you're multiplying it by 100, can you say how much it will be the numerator? 0.1. 0.1 divided by 0.3. Decimal is removed. 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is how much? 0.3%. Correct? That means can you say this value is nothing but 0.3%. 0.3% multiplied by 2. Can you say it is going to give me 0.6%? Yes or no? Without calculation, I'm without complete entering into the calculation. I'm just judging the values. See here. Now you are multiplying here again 100 because you want to calculate in percentage. So it will become 2 by 5. 2 by 5 is how much? 2 by 5, 0.4, 0.4%. Correct? That means it is going to give me 0.4%. Now see, what will be the answer? 6 plus 5, 11. 11 plus 4, 0. It will be 1.1 and plus 0.4, that means 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. 1.5 exact value is not there, so you have to calculate it a little bit. It will be greater than 0.1.5. Correct? If it is greater than 1.5, that means which one is the closest answer? 3. Option 3 will be the closest answer. Correct? Let's see what is the exact value also. Here you can see 1.56 will be the exact value will be coming, and you can round it off till 1.6. Clear? Next question. An AC source is connected to a capacitor C due to decrease in its operating frequency. An AC source is connected to a capacitor C. A capacitor C is there and you have connected an AC source. 4 options are given. What you will be and what is the condition given here? Due to decrease in its operating frequency. That means what you are doing, you are decreasing the frequency. Due to that, what will be happening? That is what you have to judge. Fine. What is capacitive reactance? XC. XC, what you can say? It is equals to 1 by omega C. Correct? 1 by omega C. So what I can judge about it? What I can judge about it? If this frequency is decreasing, can I say it should be increasing? That means capacitive reactance should be increasing. Very obvious thing, but option 1 is wrong. Capacitive reactance remains constant. Option D is also wrong. Now you have to judge between option 2 and option 3. We know that in a capacitor, the magnitude of displacement current is equals to magnitude of the conduction current. So here it is given about the displacement current. So how I can write current? Current can be written as whatever the potential will be divided by XC. Correct? That is a basic thing that we already know. And what I can say about XC? XC is what? Increasing. If this XC is increasing, what I can say? That displacement current is what? Decreasing. Displacement current is decreasing. Displacement current is decreasing. Which option is coming correct? Correct. It is clear. See, solving questions will tell you about the depth. A lot of time people used to neglect these topics, but understand that how much important they are. These small chapters, how much weightage they are carrying here. Understand their importance. Give that much sufficient time to it. Don't go in show of study or whatever the people are showing that okay, I am very master in mechanical. What is the need here? You just have to crack your exam, and whatever it is needed for cracking your exam, just do that. Exactly, it is not that much tough. Yeah, you can see. Last class we have proved that for 2024 paper. Today we'll see for 23 paper as well. Correct? Anyways, let's see the next question. Read the question. आराम आराम से करेंगे. Angular acceleration of a body moving along the circumference of a circle is. What you can judge about the angular acceleration of a body moving along a circumference of a circle? Angular acceleration is alpha, and alpha is what with when I was teaching you about the variety of vectors, there is an axial vector also. So alpha is always an axial vector because it always comes from the cross product. It always comes from the cross product. If it comes from the cross product, it is always perpendicular to the plane. That's why it is an axial vector. In which one option is correct? Along the radius away from the center, along the radius towards the center, no. Along the tangent to its position, no. Along the axis of rotation, along the axis of rotation that is perpendicular to the plane of rotation. Correct. Option D will be correct. Next one. In a series LCR circuit, the inductance is 10 millihenry. Conductance capacitance is given as 1 microfarad and resistance is given 100 ohm. The frequency at which resonance will occur. You have to calculate the resonant frequency. Chalo. Calculation. Now, let's come to the resonant frequency. What is resonant frequency? All of you know. Resonant frequency comes from the condition XL is equals to XC. Whenever, and it is the case for maximum current flow also, correct, because impedance will be lowest, current will be highest. That is the resonant frequency. And resonant frequency, what is the condition we generate? XL is equals to XC, and from there the resonant frequency formula that we get is 1 by root under LC. 1 by root under LC. Now let's see how I can L values is all, both the values are also given here. Let's see. L inductance, it is 10 millihenry, 10 into 10 power minus of 3 into capacitance. What I can say about capacitance? 1 microfarad. 1 microfarad then means 10 power minus of 6. 10 power minus of 6. Correct? Clear? Now see what else you can do. Resonant frequency. Firstly, you calculate omega. From there, you can calculate the frequency as well. So it will be how much? 10 power minus of 9 multiplied by 10. That means 10 power minus of 8. 10 power minus of 8 will be coming in numerator. That means 10 power 4. 10 power 4 I will be getting from here. Correct? Now what I have to do, this is omega. Omega can be written as 2 pi f, and I have to calculate this frequency. That means frequency will be equals to 1 by 2 pi into 10 power 5. Oh, sorry, 4. So take it as 5 by pi into 10 power 3. So it will be something in kilohertz, correct? With now let's see the option, which option are come. Radian per second, radian per second, both are incorrect. Kilohertz, kilohertz, that means option 2 and option 4 are only valid options. So what I can judge now, I'm not going to calculate it completely. Kilohertz, kilohertz, that means can I say it will be roughly, it will be 15. 5 divided by pi, let's assume it as 3. 3 means it will be 1 point something something. If it is 1 point something something, which option is coming correct? Option 4. Learn how to judge the answer. No need to get the absolute values at the end. Just the answers, because you don't, it is not a theoretical paper that you are writing it. You just have to mark your option. That is what the difference between the subjective paper and the objective paper. No one is going to check your methods, how you are getting. The final answer should be correct. That is what only matters. Clear? Fine. Next one, very simple one. Direct formula I can say. What is the question? A vehicle travel half the distance with speed v and remaining with speed 2v, its average speed is. Anyways, all of you I guess remember the formula, but still I will not solve it by the formula. Those students who don't understand, I will, for them I will solve this with complete basic. But if I will tell you, the formula is 2v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2. You know the formula, apply the formula, be happy, no problem. But I have to explain it. See, a distance travel half the distance with speed v, and that means distance are a half and half. So I will say, let's suppose total distance is 2x. That means this distance should be x, this distance should be x. What is the velocity that have been taken here, v, and what is the velocity here that is taken as 2v? You have to calculate what is the average speed. What is the formula of average speed, beta? Average speed, tell me. Average speed is given as total distance divided by total time. Correct? Now what is the total distance that you can say? It will be equal to 2x. Total time, how I can write? Can I write the time for the first portion? How I'll write? X divided by v. How I can write the time of the second portion? It is again x divided by, what is the velocity? 2v. Correct? Now just cancel it out. x will be cancelled out, and from here what you can say, it will be equals to, this factor will be going here, it will be coming 2, here it will be coming 4, that means 4b by 3, somewhat this answer. Which option is coming correct? Option 3. You can also apply directly the formula. The formula also I will write. The formula will be 2v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2. And I will say in the NEET exam you should using the formula. But for those students who are new, who are first time watching this, for them I just have told you from the basics also how you can solve this question. Correct? Easy. Next question. In a hydrogen spectrum, the shortest wavelength for what Balmer series is lambda. Tell me what is the shortest wavelength and what is the largest wavelength for any series. For any series. In the last discussion also of 2024 paper, I have told you a very important thing about the relation. The lesser the width will be, the higher the wavelength will be. Lesser width, higher wavelength, lower energy. Is it clear? Because last time you have related energy, this time you have to just relate the wavelength. So lambda is given for the shortest wavelength of Balmer series. Shortest wavelength. Shortest wavelength, what I can say? That means, can I say the longest line of Balmer series will give you the shortest wavelength? Yes or no? So can you say the shortest wavelength transition will be from where to where? Balmer series always start from n is equals to 2. And what will be the end one? Can you say from infinite to 2, the line that will be coming, the transition that will be coming, that is going to give me what? The shortest wavelength. So firstly, let's define lambda. So if I have to define lambda by my ECM function, lambda, I will defining rz square, I am taking z as common, 1 by, now from where to where? From 2, that means 2 square will make it 4, 1 by infinite. That is what I can say about lambda. Lambda, it is equals to 1 by lambda, sorry. So lambda will be equals to 4 by r. Correct? This for Balmer series. Now the shortest wavelength in the bracket series. Firstly Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, then bracket, then P1. So for bracket, what will be the transition level? Can you say it will be from 4 to infinite? Correct? It will always start from 4, and the longest wavelength, sorry, the longest transition that you will be having is from 4 to infinite. That is going to give you the shortest wavelength. That's it, clear? So how you will be writing the lambda dash? Lambda dash can be written as r 1 by 16 minus 1 by infinite 0, that means lambda dash will be equals to 16 by r. So what I can say this also as lambda is, if I multiply 4 into lambda, can I say it will become, it can also be written as 4 times of lambda. Which option is coming correct after relating? Option 2. Clear? In doubt? Simple? Very good. 4 lambda. Correct? Next question. Let's see. The radius of gyration of solid sphere of mass m and radius are about its own axis to the radius of gyration to the hollow sphere of same mass and same radius about its axis. Now it was a bonus question because the answers were not correctly given, but we will be solving that, and let's see what is the result will become. Ratio of radius of gyration. Firstly, what is the radius of gyration? Radius of gyration is equals to, I write moment of inertia is equal to mk square, and this k is what? Radius of gyration. That means k can be written as root under I by m. Simply it can be written as I by m. So if I have to take the radius of gyration, ratio is taken from which one to which one? I am taking from solid sphere to hollow sphere, and masses are also given same, I guess masses are also given same. Correct? So you just have to take the ratio. I can say if I am taking this ratio, I will be writing I of hollow sphere divided by I of solid sphere divided by I of hollow sphere. Now how I will be writing I? Moment of inertia for solid sphere, moment of inertia 2 by 5 mr square, 2 by 5 mr square. For hollow sphere, 2 by 3 mr square cancel, 2 cancel. What is the answer? Root under 3 by, but no options were given exactly. Actually 3 is to 5 was given, not a root under 3 is to 5, but the radius of gyration is root under m by I by m. Correct? That's why it was also a bonus question. Congratulations, it was a bonus question. Answer will be like this. Clear? Any glitch happened or what? It is clear now? See the next question. Two bodies of mass m and 9m are placed at a distance r, capital R. Okay. The gravitational potential on the line joining the bodies where the gravitational field equals to 0. Long question. Firstly, calculate the point where the gravitational field will be equals to 0 and then write the gravitation potential at the same point. लंबा काम है यार. Start करो. Let's start. Should we start solving? Very nice. Let's start solving. What are the two masses? M and 9m. Let's suppose some distance is there. Nothing is at a distance r. Okay, so it is given as r. The gravitation potential you have to calculate, but firstly before that you have to find a point P where the gravitational field intensity is equals to 0. Firstly you have to calculate that point. So let's assume any distance. Let's suppose the distance is x. That means this distance will become how much? R minus x. Correct? It will become r minus x. Now further solve it. I want that it will be 0. That means I can say gravitation field intensity due to m is equals to gravitation field intensity due to 9m. I know what is the formula of gravitation field intensity. This is gm divided by, I will be writing the gravitation field x square. It is equals to gm divided by r minus x whole square. Can you simply, it will make it a, sorry, masses is m, here it will become 9m. So 9 factor will be only there. Now further solve it. I've told you, always I've told you there is a way to solve this question. Otherwise, don't get stuck in opening the squares. Take this complete square here, and finally you can write. I'm directly writing it. R by x minus of 1 whole square is equals to, here it is 9. That means it will become 3. Now square also you can remove because that square root I have applied on the other side. This step is clear. I've skipped some baby steps. Okay. So what you can say? R by x is equals to 4. That means x can be written as r by 4. So we have calculated that this distance, this x is equals to r by 4, and that means this r minus x by 4, that means it will be equals to 3r by 4. Correct? Now we just have to write the potential, and I know what is the formula of potential. Let's understand the formula of potential at point P. Potential due to point M plus of potential due to point or mass 9m. Due to mass m, what will be writing the potential? Minus of gm divided by r by 4 minus of g into 9m divided by 3r by 4. Correct? Now when you will solve it, this will give you what the factors will be. Here it will become r by 4gm minus here also. Here it will become 36 gm divided by 3r. That means this will also get cancelled. 36 divided by 3, it will become 12. 12 minus 2, that means it will become 16 gm by r. Option 3 will be correct. Little bit calculation, little bit long because it have involved two steps of solving. Firstly, make the condition of gravitational field intensity is equal to 0, then find the potential at that point. So it was a two-step question, that why it was little bit lengthier. Correct? Next question. The potential energy of a long spring when stretched by 2 centimeter is U. When a spring is there and it is stretched by 2 centimeter, the potential energy is stored is U. If the spring is stretched by 8 centimeter, that means how much the potential energy it will be. Without taking the pen, tell me the answer. What is the potential energy? Just tell me the formula. Stored in a spring, half kx square. If u is defined for half k u square, now nu, that means I can say what directly, these are proportionality questions here. U is directly proportional to x square, yes or no? Now don't do these baby steps, you can skip those questions. You don't have to pick any pen for this question also. How much times you are making? Initially 2 centimeter, you are making it to 8 centimeter. That means how much time you are making it? 4 times. If you are making this x as 4 times, its square will become how much times? Can you say 16 times? That means potential energy will become how much times? 16 times. That means which one will be the answer? Option 4. Simple. That's it. Clear? Any doubt? Basic questions. These are time saving questions. Yeah. Don't give any unnecessary time to this. Correct? Semiconductor devices. Interesting. Logic gates. Always there will be a single question from logic gates. Let's analyze quickly. Let's make our truth table and let's see what are the outputs are coming. Firstly, 0 0. 0 0 0 0 will be converted and it is going to give me what? It is not gate, that means it will be 1 1. Now it is a NAND gate. NAND gate, that means 1 into 1, it will give you 1, but there is a NOT, that means it is going to give you 0. That is first one, which one, how many of them are getting 0 output, 0 outputs? This will be cancelled out for option 1, and this option is also cancelled because the first output that you will be getting is output 0. Fine. Now let's analyze the second case. Second case of this question. Second now input that I am going to give. Let's change the color. Second input I am giving is 0 and 1. 0, 1. 0, 1 will give you what? It is going to give you 1 and it is going to give you 0. 1 into 0, it is 0, but there is a not, that means it will make it 1. Second case, 1. 1 is the in, sorry, anyways you don't have to say it. 0 1 1 0 1 0, that means option 4 is also eliminated. Directly I can say option B will be the correct option. You don't need to solve it completely, just judge your answer. Is clear? Next question. Calculate the maximum mechanics question. Calculate the maximum acceleration of a moving car so that body lying on the floor of the car remains stationary. The coefficient of static friction between the body and the floor is 0.1. Very simple. Simple question. You have to calculate what is the acceleration. So simply say friction is applied. In reference of the car, if you will write the equation, simply you can write ma, that is the pseudo force, is equals to mu mg, that is a friction force, correct? And now can I say m will simply get cancelled and acceleration will be written as mu into g. What is mu? 0.15 into 10, that means 1.5 meter per second square. That will be what? Your acceleration. Which option is coming correct? Simply option 3 is simply correct. Simple, clear. Next one. The radius of the innermost. For this question also we are not going to take the pen. Let's solve it without taking the pen. Easy question, sir. Radius of innermost orbit of hydrogen atom is 5.3 into 10 power minus of 11. Okay. And I know one variation that radius is directly proportional to n square by z. Correct? This is a relation that I already know. Further, what I can say, what is the radius of the third allowed orbit of the hydrogen atom? Third allowed orbit, that means I can say radius is proportional to n square. If you are going in n is equals to 3, that means your radius will become how much times? 9 times. So simply multiply the factor of r with 9. That means make it multiply with 9. How much the answer will become? 5.3 into 9. That means it will be 40. 9 into 5 is simply what? 4.5. 4.5. That means according to me, option 4 is correct. Only single option is given, that is nearly 4.5. Simple. You have judged the answer, you have not calculated it exactly. Is it clear? Let's move to the next one. A bullet from a gun is fired on a rectangular wooden block. Now it is a good question, then the question. Let's draw the diagram for better understanding. A bullet from a gun is fired on a rectangular wooden block with its velocity u. With a velocity u, a bullet is fired. When bullet travels a 24 centimeter, when the bullet travels 24 centimeter along the horizontally, the bullet velocity becomes u by 3. The bullet becomes u by 3. Then it further penetrates into the block in the same direction before coming to rest exactly at the other end of the block. Here it is finally coming to the rest. Let's suppose the complete length is l. Okay, here the velocity is 0. Let's suppose this distance is some x. Correct? So you have to tell what is the total length of the block is. You have to calculate what is the total length of the block. Two scenarios are given. Firstly, if I will name these ones, this is from 1 to 2 and this is from 2 to 3. You can divide into two equations. Okay. Firstly, let's analyze from 1 to 2. For 1 to 2, what you can say the equation? Can you simply apply v square minus u square is equal to 2s? What I will be writing, v square final velocity is equal to u by 3 whole square is equals to v square is equals to u square. U square, you can say u square simply minus of 2. Acceleration will be a, and the displacement is how much? 24 centimeter divided by 100. This will be what? Your first equation. Any problem? Simple kinematics equation I have applied. Second time, from point 2 to 3. From point 2 to 3, what is the equation you will be writing? Final velocity, again the same kind of equation, but the final velocity this time will become 0 minus initial velocity. Initial velocity, that is u by 3 square minus of 2a, and the displacement is this time x. Correct? Displacement will be x. Now two equations you have, two variables also you will have, and when you will solve it x you will get it solve, and then get some x, just made this x plus 24, that will be your answer. Now I'm leaving up to you that you will be solving this question. Correct? Solve these two equations, simple equations are there, you will having your answer. And the answer also I will tell you, x will be coming equals to 3, and the total length will be coming equals to 27 centimeter. Correct? Very good. Next question, the net impedance of the circuit. You have to calculate the net impedance. That is three factors. That includes, what is that? You know the representation. If I will tell you the representation in x direction, what is the representation is there for resistance? In positive y direction, what is the representation for xl? In negative y direction, what is the genuine representation? Xc. And if I have to write z, how z is written as? It is xl minus of xc whole square plus of r square. This is the net impedance that is written. Let's calculate one by one. Resistance is 10. Now I will write impedance xl. XL will be written as omega into L. Omega. Now is it given? Omega is given, that is equals to 50 hertz. That means I can write 2 pi 2 pi f. That means can I write it directly as 2 pi f? That means 100 pi into L. That is the impedance. Impedance how I will be writing? Sorry, the inductance. Inductance is 50 by pi millihenry 10 power minus of 3. Correct? Now what you can write for XL? This pi cancel. Now here 10 power minus 1, it can be written as simply as 5 ohm, because this 10 power minus 3 is going to cancel all the zeros. That means 5 ohm will be the XL, inductive reactance. Now let's calculate capacitive reactance as well. Capacitive reactance, what is XC? It is equals to 1 by omega C. This color is visible now. Let's take different color. Omega 100 pi into C. C is how much? 10 power 3 microfarad. That means 10 power minus of 6 divided by pi. Pi cancel, and 10 power 6, 10 power, here it will get cancelled. That means here you will get what? 10 power minus 6. This is 10 power minus, or 10 power plus of 5. 10 power minus 1 you will get, and here you will get 10 ohm as XC. Now just put the values all here. XL, how much it is? 5. XC, how much it is? 10. 10 minus 5, 5. 5 square, it will give you 25, plus of resistance square, that is 100. Now how much it is? 125. 125 can be written as what? 5 root 5 ohm. 5 root 5 ohm. Option C. Option C will be 5 root 5 ohm. Correct? Little bit of calculation that you have to do. Little lengthy question, but simple question. You cannot say that it is very tough question. Very basic ideas of impedance you should know about it. Next question, a satellite, gravitation question. What the question is? A satellite is orbiting just above the surface of the earth with time period, some time period t is mentioned. If d is the density, of the earth, and g is the gravitation universal constant, you have to tell what will be the 3 pi by gd is going to represent. Firstly, let's relate all these quantities, then only will be coming to some conclusion. So for writing time period, a lot of time I have told you that you can write the mutual gravitational force, that is equals to g m divided by r square. It can be written as m omega square r. A lot of time I have told you. What happened from here? This m will get cancelled out. This omega square can be written as 2 pi by t square. That means it should be written as 4 pi square actually, if I will tell you. And here it will become r cube in the denominator, and here it is g into m. This is the scenario. Now, M mass can be written as density into volume, and how you write volume? Density can be represented as D, and volume can be represented as 4 by 3 pi r cube. And already there is a denominator r cube, that will also get cancelled out, and here it is pi square by t square. Correct? This is what I am having. Further calculations, pi also get cancelled. Anything else getting cancelled? No, nothing else is going to get cancelled. 4 pi r square is also here. That means this 4 and this 4 is also get cancelled. Now what I have to summarize here, 3 pi by d. That means take this t square here and take all these things here. 3 pi by g d. That means d square I can say as it will be t square. Option 2. Clear? Important thing is what you have got to learn, that how to write time period in gravitation questions. How to write a time period, that you should be knowing. This is the way. Firstly we write the centripetal acceleration, that is always the mutual gravitational force, and it can be written as m omega square, and from omega term we always use to derive the time period calculations. Correct? In shm as well, we used to follow this method. Correct? Next one, magnetism. Calculate what will be the firstly you have to calculate the direction. Firstly mention the directions. Okay, three kind of systems are given and you have to calculate at point p. Let's see due to which what will be happening. Correct? Let's see. Firstly I will name all these three components. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Due to 1, tell me firstly the direction. Due to 1, the direction will be inside the plane. Due to 1, the direction will be inside the plane. Then due to 2, this kind of rotation is going to give me what? Outside the plane. That means due to 2, it will be outside the plane. Plus due to 3. Due to 3, this is why this diagram is shown incorrect. This current is going on that side. That means this is the R cross B. Again, it is coming inside the plane. All of you know, have the idea about how to give the directions. Just do take your the direction of current and show your palm to the point where you want to calculate, like I did. I cross r, I've got inside the plane. For circles, just curl your hand in the direction and you will be having your answer. Just in the direction you curl your hand, like here it is the direction, I will curl in my hand and I will get the direction. So this is what net you are going to do, you going to have. And these are semi-infinite wires and this is semicircular arc. I know the formulas and I am just going to put the formulas. What I'll be writing b net as, and can you say b1 and b2 are same? So I'll be writing it, clubbing it one together. B2 how I'll be writing? It will be simply mu naught I divided by 4r. Mu naught I divided by 4r, that is for semiconductor semicircular wire, minus that is for outside the plane, sorry inside the plane, mu naught I divided by, and you will have to multiply it by 2 times 4 pi r. Now take the common things that can be taken common. You can take mu naught I divided by 4r. What are the things that are left here is 1 minus of anything left here, 2 by pi. 1 minus 2 by pi. Which option is coming correct? And what I can say, the net effective magnitude is coming outside the plane, because it is, see, 2 divided by 3, that means it is going to be less than 1. That means my assumptions are correct, and I can say this is going to give me the positive value. Already I have taken the directions, so I can say that it is going to come out away from the page. Option 3. Is it clear? With the directions, how to calculate directions and how to calculate the magnitude, both things should be very very clear to you. Perfect. Fine. Move into the next question. Solve this. Thermal properties of matter. Anyone remember the question? Not thermal properties of matter actually. I should write current velocity. Anyone remember the formula? What is that formula? The formula says uh, RT is equals to R naught 1 plus alpha delta T. RT is equals to R naught 1 plus alpha delta T. R naught is what? It is a resistance that is defined as temperature T is equals to 0. Resistance of platinum, it is at 0 degrees Celsius, it is defined as 2. Very good. 1 plus alpha, that is what you have to calculate. And it is how much at temperature 80 degrees Celsius, it is 6.8. That means how much the resistance is 6.8. At what degree? At 80 degrees Celsius. That means what I can say about change in temperature from 80 to 0. What is the change in temperature? Simply I will say it is equals to nothing but 80. Correct. So now just see, it will become how much? 3.468 half is equals to 1 plus 80 alpha. Further it will become 2.4, alpha will be equals to 2.4 divided by 80. Correct. That means what I can say here, it will become 10 power minus 2, and 24 divided by 8, that means 3. 3 into 10 power minus 2. 3 into 10 power minus 2. I can say option C is correct. Is it clear? Option C will be simply correct. In doubt? Move to the next question. Let's see what is the question. 10 resistors, each of resistors are connected in series. Without picking the pen, let's solve this question. Without picking the pen, so that it will save your time. Understand how to. All of you can get the solutions here. There's no problem in the solution. On Google also, when you will Google it, you will have the solutions. But what is the motto? That how to solve the questions more fastly without picking the pen. How you can solve the questions? See, read the question. 10 resistors, each of resistors are connected in series to a battery of EMF E and negligible internal resistance. Then those are connected in parallel to the same battery. The current in increased n times. The value of n. When you are connecting, for your calculation purpose, I will, for understanding, I will write this. Whenever you are writing current, how you write current? Tell me, how you write current? Some battery EMF divided by the R net. So when you, in the first case, when you will be taking all this in series, can I say this net current will become how much? E divided by 10 times of R. Correct? Because series is connected, that means R till 10 times, that means I can simply write it as 10R. Second case, in parallel combination, what is the same EMF will be there, but the resistance will become how much? R by 10. Correct? That means effectively now my current becomes how much? 10E by R. So how much times the current have been increased? If I will multiply here 100, can I say I got my final answer? That means how much? 100 times can I say? 100 times I have increased the current and I got my final answer. Clear? So answer will be option 200. Simple. बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत समझदार हैं आप लोग. Next question, solve it. SHM, SHM, basic question. SHM, XT curve is given. Okay, XT curve is given. Particle performing simple harmonic motion is shown in the figure. The acceleration of the particle at t is equals to 2 seconds. At t is equals to 2 seconds, what will be the acceleration? So acceleration will be simply, I know that it is equals to minus of omega square x. Correct? And omega square, how it can be written as? It can be written as 2 pi by time period square into position, that is x. This is what you have to solve. Tell me, anyways, answer is also in pi square, so better thing. Now what I can write, it is 4 pi square. Tell me what about the time period? Can you tell me what is the time period from the given curve? Time taken for one complete loop is defined as time period. That means how much one complete loop is taken for? Time is equal to 8 seconds. That means this time period t square is going to give me 64. Correct? Then you have to write the position. At t is equal to 2 seconds, what is the position? 1. So multiply 1. That means what is the answer that you can say? Minus of pi square divided by 16. Minus of pi square divided by 16. Option 4 will be simply the answer. Any doubt? Clear? Simple, yeah. Just apply the formula. That's it. Next one. A wire carrying a current I along the positive x-axis. A wire is there along the positive x-axis, and some magnetic field is given in all the 3 dimensions. You have to calculate what is the magnitude of magnetic force acting on the wire. The formula is what? The formula is Bill. I have told you the trick also to remember this force formula. Whenever there is a current carrying wire, that is equals to Bill. Bill that you pay in the restaurants. And anyway, Bill, B-I-L. But this vector form, how you write it? In vector form, you write it is I L cross B. This is a proper formula. Okay. And this L cross B, again, it will be a vector quantity. Obviously, force is a vector quantity, so it should be. But for better understanding, I have told you a trick that always don't go for L. L always confuse you. Go for the direction for current. Current is itself not a vector quantity, but it have direction, so use that direction, not in mentioned in any book. I am telling from myself for better understanding. Always you usually students used to be get confused into it. So that's why I'm saying that. Anyways, here it is very simple. It is this current is flowing in I direction. I into L are the constants. What is the cross product you have to do? I cross. What is the magnetic field? 2I plus of 3j minus of 4k. Correct? I into L. Now I cross I 0. I cross j, it will be k. That means 3k cap. Then I cross k, it will be minus of j. That means plus of 4 I cross k, I cross k, I cross k, it will be j. Correct? Minus sign will be coming. You know the trick how to solve the cross products. Now what is the magnitude? 3 square plus 4 square. That means I can say it will be 5 times of IL. That will be the magnitude. Which option is coming correct? 3. You don't know how to calculate the magnitude. Root under a square plus b square. Or if the 3 dimensions are mentioned, then a square plus b square plus c square root under. Simply. Basic question, yeah. Very basic. Just a formula application. Correct? Next question. Kinematics. Kinematics, one more question. And very class example kind of question. Let's see how to solve it. We have solved this question in the class only. Okay. Read the question. What the question is? A horizontal bridge is built across a river. A student standing on the bridge, okay, throws a ball. Okay, he vertically throws a ball with a velocity. Draw the diagram. 4 meter per second. Okay, the ball strikes the water surface after t 4 seconds. It goes up, and let's suppose this is the water surface, and it hits it at t is equals to 4 seconds. Fine. The height of the bridge above the water surface. You have to calculate what will be this height above the water surface. You have to tell into the question. Very simple way to solve this question. You can take which equation? Which equation you should be using? Hmm? S is equal to ut plus half at square. You can use S is equals to ut plus half at square. Now just put the values. What is the initial velocity you will put? 4. What is the time that is taken? That is also 4 minus half into. Acceleration is always in downward direction. That's why I have taken minus of 10 into t square. That is 16. Correct? 16 minus this will be cancelled. This will be 8 and here it will be 80. That means displacement will be minus of 64 meter. That means net height that is coming from here is minus also representing, obviously it is going in downward direction, net displacement. That's why it is minus. The net, if you want to calculate the height, it will be 64 meter. Option C. Correct? Basic standard class example, I would say. Simple. Next question. Next question. From optics, I guess the first question finally we got from optics here. Correct? Read the question. Two thin lengths are of same focal length. Two thin lengths are there, same focal length f. But one is convex and one is concave. One is convex and one is concave lens. Are placed in contact with each other. The equivalent focal length of the combination will be. Firstly, you tell me what is the combination formula for lenses. 1 by f equivalent is equals to 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2, and one is what concave, one is what convex. That means concave convex lens is always positive focal length unless the surrounding refractive index is greater than the refractive index of lens. Only a single condition is there, but anyways it is normal condition mentioned. So what is about the convex lens? It is negative. What about the concave lens? Concave lens is negative, convex lens is positive, and both are having the magnitude same. So can you say they will be simply get cancelled out here? And what is the f equivalent will be coming? 0. Here you will make a mistake. If you have written 0, then you have made a mistake. Congratulations. 1 by f equivalent is written as 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2, and both are same and opposite in magnitude, in the sign. That means it will become 0. But f equivalent will not become 0, na? It will become infinite because it is 1 by f equivalent that is getting 0. Correct? That means f equivalent will be infinite. Option 4. Simply. Correct? Fine. Let's move to the next question. This one. Electric dipole is placed as shown in the figure. Okay. The electric potential at point P you want to calculate. At point P you want to calculate the electric potential due to this dipole. Now a lot of people will be thinking, sir, directly why not Kp by r square, the formula that we know. See, That formula was only valid when this length between these two charges is very very small as compared to the point that we are taking. But here both the distance are comparable. Yeah, this 5 centimeters, this is 5, this is 3 centimeters, this is 5 centimeters. It is very much closer, so you cannot directly apply the approximation. So simply we know from the basics also that how I can write. That's why I say that you should always know about every formula, that from where it is getting derived. Then in good questions you can easily solve it. So now just put the values. Let's see. At point P you want to calculate. So how you can write? See, potential due to plus and plus, potential due to minus, negative charge. Correct? These two will be the only responsible. And how write potential? Simply KQ divided by R. Basic thing. Due to positive charge, firstly, tell me what will be this distance, beta? This distance. This complete is 5, this is 3. That means what I can say about this distance? This is nothing but 2 centimeter. Correct? KQ divided by the distance, you can say it is 2 plus for 9 1. Now it is minus of charge, that means simply I am taking here only a minus charge. What about the distance, you can say how much the distance is there? This already is 6 centimeter, this is 2 centimeter. That means from here what I can say about the distance, it is nothing but 8 centimeter. So write it 8 centimeter. Correct? Now make it here 4, make it here 4, 8 8. 4 kq minus kq, that means it is 3 kq divided by 8. 3 kq divided by any option is coming, 3 kq divided by 8. Option A. Simple. From basics also, if you don't remember the formula, just go from the basics and solve the question. Clear? Very good. So that's it. This was about all the questions of 2023. Was that tough? No. Regard, if I will leave 2 3 questions from the paper, there was a very simple. I have discussed the complete paper in 1 hour 20 minutes. I've discussed, I am explaining you, I'm drawing the diagrams also and everything. Then also I have taken 1 hour 20 minutes. So you can't use all that paper in 1 hour. The complete paper. Complete paper was solvable, yeah. Just understand the things. You invest a lot of time into rotation and the rest of the tough center of mass collision kind of chapters, just to get that satisfaction and see from where the questions are actually coming. And it is going to be the sequence. All the chapters are will be equally important. You cannot leave the small chapters thinking that it is very easy chapter that I already know, I don't have to devote time. So you should be little bit smarter what you have to study about. For anyways, you only need your marks, that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So get the marks from whichever chapter that you are getting. Okay. So in the next session that we are going to have, we will be discussing now 2022 paper also, that will be scheduled. Okay. So you'll get the notification for that. For any further query, connect to our team. Until next time, keep learning, keep going with Tapasya. Endigu and Endigu Nama Tapasya.